outside, signifying that the church is coming in. A sign that everything is about to fall in line. It's coming up. The mind of the church has been tested. It's expected that any moment from now it's going to come in and do its job. And our own job will be outside, and any moment from now we will help from this side and allow the proceeding to continue. The practice is that no camera rolls when the judge is seated. There is no exception. It's still going to be. We are sure that GTV is going to bring to you the things that happened where the camera was not there. We are starting saying happens. There happens and no happens in and around the environment. See, the security men are already on ground. Yes. Well, as soon as the judge is stepping in, the environment is going to be.
The matter doesn't concern you.
Well, those that are finding it difficult to have a seat are expected to step out of the courtroom because the judge doesn't like people standing. The man is doing his job and everyone is doing his job. Well, this is expected in the courts because the judge doesn't like people standing, and the officials, the security in the courts, are expected to make sure that everything is intact in the courtroom. They must make sure that everything is intact in the court. This is what is expected, and I'm sure the operatives that are working in the courts are going to make sure that everything is in order because that is their job and they are ready doing their job. Well, I want to bring to your doorsteps to the point that the judge is coming in, and as soon as the judge is coming in, as I said earlier, we are going to be off, and you are sure that all the happenings will be coming back to you as soon as possible. I still want to remind you that you continue to share it to your timeline. Also, make GTV Africa known to other people that are yet to know it. Let them subscribe, let them like it, and always look out for anything that GTV is going to bring to you. You are sure that GTV will never broadcast any false information. You are sure that GTV will always bring to you authentic information that is certain, that is sure. And that is why that's what we are doing. That is what we pledge to do. We are not going to be part of people that bring fake. We bring to you exactly as it is and as it In a few minutes, the judge will come into the court for the hearing and will be part of what is going on right in the court.
If you are accredited journalist, how will come on the note to change because given instruction. If you are not accredited, please, you are not going to be allowed to. I'm not about to.
Where the officer Titus is doing his job by telling people to move, and that is what is expected of him, and that is his job that he's doing. While the journalists are standing at the other side. Officer Titus, how do you feel doing this job? Are you feel happy doing this job? Well, he doesn't want to say a word. Now that the judge is coming in, we need to step out, and I'm going to show you what is happening outside the court. You know the usual thing that happens outside the court, but I'm going to give you privilege of seeing the vicinity of outside the court. So let's go and let's see what is happening outside the court. I'm sure before I return, the judge must have been on his seat to commence the sitting, and in a few minutes let's go and see what is happening outside the court. Right outside the court here, you see some lawyers. Some were unable to have a seat while the cameramen are standing, and the other journalists that could not find space in the court premises, in the courtroom, are hanging outside, are standing outside, while others. Uh, Today, let's have a look at the happenings at the outside the court premises for you to know exactly how the place looks like. Usually, uh, it's not one that is friendly, but today everywhere seems busy. Everywhere seems uh, good with everyone because the usual security uh, movement is not on. I don't know. Everyone is moving because the crowd in the courtroom is so high because of the security that are not in the courts today. Makes it easy for everyone to do courts. Well, I've just walked quickly around to find out what is happening. The court is asking journalists to vacate the seats for some people. In this case, possibility of journalists walking out in protest is going to happen. But let's just wait in a few minutes if that is going to be done. I don't want to predict bad thing, but let's see whether the journalists will walk out of the courtroom as a result of uh, agitation that is going on. From the other hand there, you can see the agitation is going on. The mix. You can see the agitation is going on in the mix of the journalists there. So whether will they agree or they are going to walk out, I don't know. But from look of things, the journalists are not happy the treatment received or being received. So let's see what's likely to happen. Where from indications, it's like journalists are walking out. They are walking out from the court. I can see numbers of them walking out from the court, and I'm going to find out from them whether they will walk out or not. Yes, the sound indicates that the judge is coming in. The judge is coming in, and at this point, journalists are not allowed to stay. Or let me say, I'm sorry, not journalists are not allowed. The cameras are not allowed to be on in the court's premises when judge is about to sit. So in this case, if the judge indicates that he's not happy with the way journalists are standing in the courtroom because there is no space for them, then possibility of the journalists in the courtroom to walk out and leave the proceeding as it is. But till the time that the judge comes and tells them that it's not comfortable with the way they are seated, the judge says it's not comfortable with the way they are seated, then the journalists are likely to walk out of the courtroom. And that is what is happening. The journalists are walking out. Some of them are walking out while some of them are still inside. But let's see what will happen. Okay? Majority of the journalists are stepping out. Majority of them are walking out. Well, at this point, I've seen some journalists outside, and I'm going to find out from them why are they out. Uh, Hello, your name?
Wicked conductor.
Are you a journalist?
Of course.
Why are you out?
Well, we've been inside court since morning.
came here as early as 7 a.m. and we've been waiting. When the judge came in now, just barely a minute ago, she said that she will strictly observe the COVID-19 protocol, that there should be space in between seats. So she asked everyone that doesn't have space in between two seats to exit the courtroom. And most journalists, where we were seated, we don't have, the courtroom is not that big to accommodate everybody. So we just had to step out.
So what does this mean to your job and to every other fellow?
Automatically, it means that so many media organizations will be shut out because we will only have to rely on colleagues to feed us on what is happening inside the courts.
The people that are in the courts, are they supposed legally to be in the courts, or who are they?
Mostly the people I saw inside court, they are lawyers. But the problem is that you will find a situation where from one chamber they will have a retinue of lawyers, filling up all the spaces. Something that at least one or two lawyers can come and handle a matter. You see so many lawyers that don't have any direct business with the case going on, occupying the whole seats. So that's the problem. And journalists that are supposed to be the watchdog for the society, journalists that are supposed to feed the country and what is happening, we turn out to be the whipping child. Scenario.
But today that Nnamdi Kanu is not appearing, how do you feel?
Yeah, you will recall that the matter breached the date following an application by the lawyers. Basically, what they are, Kanu's presence is not needed today because what they are coming for is just to hear some interlocutory applications. I got it from one of the lawyers that they're actually going to hear earlier fixed by the court. That is the January date to abridge it. Then also to hear the application challenging the competence of the charge. It's been the argument that the charge on its own is manifestly incompetent, and as such has stripped the court of the jurisdiction to entertain the matter. So they will probably hear the applications today and fix a date for ruling.
When you are home live to GTV Africa, the whole world is with us and listening to you. How do you feel GTV bringing this to you, to the doorsteps of everyone wherever they are?
Well, it's heartwarming that the journalism profession is the only profession that was expressly mentioned in Section 22 of the 1999 Constitution. And the primary duty of media organizations is to keep the public informed. And this, I think, is what GTV has been doing for a while now, not just bringing information to the doorstep of Nigerians and the global community, but doing it in a timely and accurate manner.
Your name again?
My name is Ikechukwu Nnochiri.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We are now live to GTV Africa, live from the Federal High Court. The sitting is now on. Nnamdi Kanu is certain that he's not coming to court. The judge is on the seat. The barristers, the lawyer, counsels are already with him. And the case is to go on. But unfortunately, the normal decorations of security outfits around is missing, and that is why Nnamdi Kanu is not in the premises, and that gives room for everyone to have opportunity of standing in here and that makes camera to be here. Well, I may not be able to keep you for hours that the judge likely to sit, but I'm sure that we will bring to you other informations as soon as the courtroom, uh, as soon as the information is available. I'm sure that we're going to bring to you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for everything. Continue to share. Like our Facebook page. Send your message. As I promised earlier, I want to go and show you happenings at the outside of the premises for you to see what we are talking about. I want to go and show you what is happening outside. So in a short while, I'm entering the lift to go to the outside and show you happenings outside. Uh, in a short while, you are going to see how the outside looks like. Just bear with me in a few minutes. You are going to be, I'm going to be out. I'm just in the lift. And for those that are trying to know how my face looks like, this is me, this is my face. You can see how we do the things. For you to see what is happening, and let's see the environment. Ordinarily, when Nnamdi Kanu is coming to court, the environment is tense, the security men are over everywhere. But fortunately today, the place is open. This is the outside, and you don't see any physical security men accompanying Nnamdi Kanu, and that's why you see lawyers entering the court and moving out gently without being stopped, without being harassed, and the environment is calm. Also, let me take you to the gate for you to see how the gate looks like. Uh, the usual one. Last time you remember how the environment looks like, how the movement looks like, the movement of the vehicle, the security everywhere, uh, pushing, bullying, and others that happens. You remember this space. Ordinarily, this is where Kanu is supposed to follow upstairs, but today the place is free. If it's not going to be kept away from people, it's supposed to follow this place out. I mean, in and out. But trust our Nigerian security. They move him to another place and it passes through another route. But today, you have privilege of seeing what is going on in and around the court. The court is free of usual security men. The court is free of the usual crowd. Over hundreds of security are supposed to have been available if Nnamdi Kanu is in the court. Comprises of police, the joint task force generally, the joint task force, the joint task force generally. The gate is left open for me. Ordinarily, this is not the situation when Kanu is in the court and the courtroom. You know how this space looks like, the pushing and the pushing. But I know I'm going to get something for you. I have Nnamdi Kanu supporters standing outside, and I want to believe they are Nnamdi Kanu supporters waiting outside. You know that surely GTV is going to bring to you what is happening. And at this point, I have men, I have supporters that are seated, patiently waiting whether Nnamdi Kanu will be brought down to court. You can see the men that are waiting, believing that it's coming down, but somehow they might be disappointed because it's not likely to be in court. I can see the supporters. They are always peaceful. but supporters
We are always peaceful.
waiting.
IPOB one family. We are always peaceful. We are not troublesome.
Why are you here today?
We are here because of our
solidarity.
yeah. In solidarity with our great leader,
Mazi Nnamdi
Kanu,
that will give us freedom.
He has come here to give us Biafra.
Where he stands is where we stand.
So we are here in solidarity, and he should be released unconditionally.
And Africa should be respecting people's self-determination.
Yes,
Africa should start it. And it will be better for you and your generation, even me and your generation.
Injustice is what promotes.
Self-determination. See, brother, you can't use a democratic gun on your people at all time. We insisted.
At this point that Nnamdi Kanu is not in court, how do you feel?
We are not happy though, but we are very hopeful that justice must prevail. He must be granted that unconditional release and be taken back to
And others, yeah. So if he's released,
Option, no problem.
if he's released today, will all the agitation come down or not?
Yes. It will come down to give us a process to referendum.
The agitation, if it's released, what do you think will likely happen? The agitation will continue, the fight?
The agitation will not continue. They will not give us a date for referendum. Done in the European support. It's just an African mentality. It's supposed. It's just an African mentality.
Lost more than 6 million people or 7 million people in case of.
Brother, let me tell you something.
And why is it that
Brother, I want to tell you
everyone
something.
understand?
Since 1960 till now, till today, do you know the war still remains in Igbo land today?
So what do you think can bring it to that end?
The only thing that can bring it is referendum, just like our leader said. The only thing is not asking Nigeria government to do this, just give us referendum.
But if the leader comes out and asks, and the leader saying why with agitation and others, are you likely to abide by what he says?
Listen to him because our leader. He's our supreme leader.
Where he stands is where we stand.
Anywhere he stands, if he asks us to end the agitation today, we will end it. I believe before he will say it, before he will ask us to end agitation, there must be a condition he gives to us.
We didn't meet it.
There must be a plan B
with it. Thanks for giving us a referendum. What we need is referendum. We will not accept that.
There are so many things he said to us.
He may decide because of the torture they are giving him and other press from the international world or press or anything.
You know, it's not
compromise the matter. We will not accept it.
But if he
we appoint another person that will.
If he comes out and he has seen other things that you don't see, and he is telling you that should we do it like this, are you likely to abide by him?
We so much believe in our leader. We so much believe in our leader. So we are strongly behind him. He cannot drop agitation of Biafra because he said the person I know, the person we know, the person we believe Biafra or not on can never drop agitation. In condition, no matter how much of money they are giving him, those that can never stop agitation.
Those that have died have crossed up to 7 million people in case of this Biafran issue, and we will not accept it. So what we need is absolutely referendum.
And secondly, our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has come to correct the mistakes of 1914. There was no.
It's all right. At this point, I'm likely to wait and see what happens in the court, and I'll be back to be live with you, but without going, for me to know and for others that are online all over the world to know that you are the one, can you just say the song that you normally sing? Holy, 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 Nnamdi Kanu is another savior. Holy, 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 holy,
Nnamdi Kanu is another savior.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your hand. Thank you so much. Well, you now know that they are the one. And in a short while, I'm going to be off and come back and listen to. This is GTV Africa. Is on live. You can bring out your phone, type GWE space TV space Africa's add services to it. That's on Facebook, on YouTube, GTV Africa. Just search for it and you see it and you'll be part of it. You can even watch what is happening in the morning. GWE, that's GWE space TV space Africa space services. Are you on YouTube or okay? This is on YouTube and on Facebook. Are you on Facebook now?
Yes, Facebook.
Okay. 1 minute. Oh, go back. Sorry. Can you do that again? Okay. Yes. Join. Okay. And hold on. This is GTV Africa. GTV Africa services. Yes. Like. You can see it's live. So give it to others, share it, and you see what is going on. And a short while, I'll be back and we'll be on live again and come back. Let's just see what is happening. I just want our people to know that you are outside, and that's why I come down to let them see what is happening, that you are standing outside, and that the security are not like the usual day that they normally come out. So in a short while,
Holy, Nnamdi Kanu is another savior. Holy, holy.